A lot of people have asked how we started dumpster diving, and so I'll tell you. We've been together for about 10 years. Before I met him, I did my fair share of curbside shopping. The first time I ever took something out of someone's trash was probably about 20 years ago. I was walking through downtown Princeton, New Jersey, which is a fancy area, and somebody had put out for the trash this kind of black metal thing with scroll thing. It's like the base of a little glass table, like a little wrought iron thing. And I thought, that's cool, and I bet I can find a little piece of glass to go on top to make a little table for the patio. So I just picked it up off the trash heap and kept walking through town. This was downtown where the stores are. That was the first time. It's been all uphill from there. Once Frugal Daddy and I met and got together, I quickly learned that he was quite the expert at the curbside shopping. So a lot of times, just for fun, we would go out driving on a Sunday night because Monday morning was trash day in Princeton. So we would just be looking through people's trash. And he would very frequently grab vacuum cleaners and lamps because people throw them away because there's something wrong with a cord. They don't know how to fix it. It's not worth it to fix, and he knows how to fix them. You also have your post-garage sale curbside shopping opportunities. A lot of people have their yard sales on a Saturday, and whatever doesn't sell, they don't feel like dragging back into their house. So they just push it all out to the curb, and it's just going to sit there until the trash man comes. So a lot of times later in the afternoon on a Saturday when yard sales are finished, because people usually shut up shop around 2 in the afternoon, you can go driving around and see what they're throwing away. And it works particularly well when you have a town-wide yard sale, because then you just have trash all over the place that people are getting rid of. So that's a really good opportunity. First time we ever got something out of a dumpster together was about 6 or 7 years ago. And we had been curbside shopping, or junking as you were, in a very nice upscale neighborhood in a New Jersey town about half an hour from us, where we might even go later today, I'm hoping, if we're not too tired, since it is a nighttime adventure. But anyway, so we had been driving around this town, just looking at the houses and looking for trash and so forth, and we were driving by a submarine sandwich shop, and they had just closed for the day. So they were taking out to their dumpster this big clear garbage bag full of sub rolls, the big long submarine sandwich rolls, and we could see what was in the garbage bag because it was clear. And they just put it right on top in the dumpster, and we could still see the bag of rolls at the top of the dumpster. And we had just driven by, and I said, pull into the next parking lot. And then we just kind of sat in the car talking, and we were like, should we do it? Should we get it? I don't know. Should we? And he's like, what if somebody sees us? And I'm like, I don't know. Who cares? Because, of course, I planned for him to get out of the car and get the garbage. So I was like, who cares who sees us? Because they're going to see you, not me. And yeah, we have to do it, which means, yeah, you have to do it. And so we drove over to the dumpster, and he jumped out and grabbed the big bag of rolls. And there was no other trash in there. It was just a big bag of rolls, which I guess they didn't want to use the next day because they figured they wouldn't be fresh enough. I don't know. It was a lot of rolls. And we brought them home, and that's the first food we ever got out of a dumpster. There was a time prior to that where we were at the movies, and we had gone to the late show. So when we got out of the movie, it was about 11:30 at night. And as we were leaving the theater and going down the long corridor to the exit to the parking lot, the lady who worked at the concession stand had these 2 enormous bags of popcorn that she was throwing away. They were cleaning out all the, leftovers from the concession stand, because they don't save the leftover popcorn apparently. And these garbage bags, also clear, so I could see that they were full of popcorn. Each garbage bag was probably my size. Like, it was an Amy-sized garbage bag full of popcorn. And I didn't even think anything. Like, I had no thoughts. Just, there was no formulation of thought. It was just the words came out of my mouth to her. And I said, are you throwing that away? And she said, yeah. And I said, can I have that? And she said, yeah. And so we just took these huge, huge bags of popcorn home. And I thought that was such an amazing score. And it was enough popcorn to last a normal person a year. But I'm going to say we polished it off, I don't know, within 2 to 3 weeks probably. It was a lot of popcorn, and it didn't get stale. It stayed fresh, wrapped up in the plastic. So that wasn't exactly a dumpster dive. It was a pre-dumpster dive. It was a rescue before it got to the dumpster. People have also asked if we've ever gotten caught. We did get caught once at the Aldi dumpster. An employee came outside to have a cigarette. I don't think she was coming out to look to see if anybody was dumpster diving. She was smoking. She was actually really mean. And she told us in no uncertain terms that we needed to vacate the dumpster area immediately or she would call the police. Frugal Daddy didn't want to, have a confrontation with the police. So he was just saying like, okay, we'll go, we're going, bye-bye, we're going. And so we left. Before that encounter, we used to do a lot of dumpster diving during the day. After that encounter, we did it more at night and, at the crack of dawn so that we wouldn't run into anybody. Lately, we've been doing a lot more in the middle of the day. We're getting pretty relaxed about it again. People have also asked, are you afraid you're going to get caught? Yes, I'm afraid every time I do it. I am anxious and afraid every time I dumpster dive because I don't want to get caught. I don't want to get in trouble. I really don't want confrontation. We were also asked, has anybody made fun of you for dumpster diving or criticized you for it or tried to insult you about it? Like, do store people insult you? No, not really. No store people have ever insulted us because we were only caught that one time and she just basically threatened to call the police. So she didn't insult us. Some people in the YouTube community have insulted us. They've watched the videos and said, gross, or you're gross, or that's gross, or I don't know, whatever. We've been called gross. But you know what? Dumpster diving is in the title of the video. You click on the video, what do you think you're going to get? If you don't want to see people doing some gross dumpster diving, don't watch the frickin' video. So, no, the store lady didn't tell us we were gross. She just told us to leave in a rather rude and unpleasant way. Not in a nice way, in a rude, unpleasant way. People have also frequently asked, is it against the law where you are to dumpster dive? Because people say it's against the law where they are. I don't really know for sure. To my knowledge, it's not against the law. If there's a no trespassing sign, then we don't do it because I assume it would be against the law to trespass. But if the dumpster's not locked up and there's no sign, then I don't think it's against the law. The Supreme Court has stated that once something's in the trash, it's free game. Like, you're done with it. You threw it away. You don't get to say where it goes next. On the Aldi dumpsters, there are little signs that say, please don't climb on the dumpster. There would be a risk of injury. Please don't go into the dumpster. There might be a risk that the garbage truck is going to come along and scoop you up and throw you in the trash. It doesn't say don't dumpster dive. There's no sign saying don't dumpster dive. There's no sign saying don't take our trash. The sign just says, don't play on the dumpster, don't climb in, you might get hurt. If they can think to put a sign on that says don't climb on it, you'd think they could put a sign on it that says don't take the trash out if they truly didn't want you to take the trash out. So no, I don't think it is against the law. And if it was, that's a stupid law that must be fought. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. If you have any more questions about dumpster diving, well, feel free to ask. We're an open book.